It's nothing.
Welcome to the Wild Show. My name is Sam Hall, and you are
James Tyler.
And I'm James Dash. And we have
the producer. Yeah. That was my laugh.
So
how is everyone? How is everyone today?
yeah.
We're all good today. What have you been doing? I know you've been out and about, haven't you, Sam?
Yes, I have. Was it last weekend? Yeah, I think it was. Was it last? Yeah, last weekend. I was up in. I'm trying to think what the name of the place now because I went racing.
Did you do any racing?
Well, not myself, but my sister and my dad. They were both racing that weekend, and that was Saturday and Sunday. But Sunday was a good day for me because I don't know, you might have seen the photos on Facebook already, but I have met someone famous from Fast and Furious.
Wow, what's the name?
It's a bit tricky to say his name, but I'm trying to work how to say it. But he's Japanese. He's got like an American accent. Because he does like all Fast and Furious films.
He's one of the leads, is he?
Yeah,
wasn't he just in one movie?
Yeah,
he was in the second one.
Not the one I was thinking of. But
one of the spin-offs, maybe. I don't know.
I'm trying to think what his name is. But
what did you do with him?
Well, what he done with me, I had an interview with him, with his film crew.
What were they filming for?
They were filming like autographs. There was the name of Grass Group or something it's called that they're going to put on.
And it's nothing to do with the Fast and Furious films, is it?
No, but I wish it was, but it's something else completely. But it's to the racing I do with my family, because they had different interviews with people who does like autographs. And also I'd be like chasing them around the field, not literally around the field, but I was like taking pictures of him and stuff. I went up and had a couple of pictures, and also I had my interview with him as well. Because he's this, not sure what the word for it, but it starts with a D. It's going to be on Netflix.
Documentary.
That's the one, no. But it's going to be on Netflix.
Wow. We'll have to keep an eye out for it then.
So we've got a future star on our hands here.
Yeah.
But
sounds like she could be a bit of trouble in the future.
Oh, she's already a star, a podcast star.
Yeah.
But they're going to let us know when it comes out.
Did you give them contact information?
Because I gave my information like on forms and stuff. Because they're going to like, and also they took a picture of me with the folder with my name on it, so they can know if they can use the interview as well for the Netflix series. I think it's a series. I'm not. Something like that they're doing.
It sounds like they're doing interviews for a series that they're doing for the Netflix, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like with autographs. So that because my family, this is happening like.
Okay. What sort of racing is it? Is it go-karting? Is it the one?
No, it's like the cars they're on grass because they call it autographs. So because there's different names of racing altogether completely. Yeah. But we got autographs because they drive on grass. Then you got rallycross, they like off track and on road as well. But they have different races like every year or something like that, and also like autocross and rallycross are different completely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how many races were there this last weekend then?
Well, they have different classes because they're like different cars for different classes. Because the car we got is class 6. Because you get men classics and you got ladies classics as well. Because my dad and my sister both race. When my dad comes out, my sister like jumps in and go out for her race.
Yeah. And James, what have you been up to the last couple of?
Well, recently a few weeks ago, I played my first ever rugby game against the Cloneffley Warriors with Pembrokeshire Vikings.
Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later on in this.
You could do that. Would fit neatly into the sports segment.
Yeah. And
is there anything else you can do out? Oh,
sorry, I dropped an anvil.
Is there anything that you've done outside that you are? Do you talk? Have you talked to people about certain things affect people around the 3 counties here?
I haven't really. Nobody's got me to do any transport stuff recently. I'm waiting, but everyone that wants me to do it is forgetting to arrange it.
Then you arrange it. Arrange it yourself if you want to do it so bad.
But stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
But I went and took. The Torch Theatre have a new production, and I took my nan to see that last night, called Private Lives. And it's like a comedy about people that go on a honeymoon. It's at the Torch Theatre till the 14th of October. So if anybody wants to see it, then...
You've got... When will this be out?
Then you've got about...
You'll have 3 days once this podcast has gone out to go see it.
Yeah. So make sure you get your tickets now if you are in Pembrokeshire this weekend.
Yeah, I haven't done much for the last couple of weeks, but we had a photo shoot just like Sam for the Dream Team, which was to do the communicate. One of our things that we did was the communication board, and it's been put up in the Riverside Quay in Haverford.
Hold on, can you stop? Can somebody hear clicking?
I've been hearing it a bit.
What is that?
Don't know. I thought earlier. What's that?
No, because I can hear it when I take my headphones off.
But it's like this. It feels
it sounds like. Move your head. It's him.
It's Dash.
It's him. His head's creaking. No, it's your headphones, I think.
Do you want to stop it from?
Hold on. No, we'll keep it. I'll just cut all this out. Hold on, I think just these headphones. Yeah, it is. Just these. Right. Sam, were there any others next door?
No, not what. I just found them
Where's
ones.
the other pair gone? We'll steal Mal's for the... Go on, have a chat.
Okay.
Well, we are still recording. We can just talk about
So we'll
anything
carry
we
on.
As
like you said.
Yeah, the Dream Team have now put it's now in the Riverside Quay, as I said, and we had a photo shoot with councillors and some of the Pembrokeshire Dream Team, and also, and it's all been. And now we are looking for that's the town communication board that has been put up. Now we are looking for a certain beach. I think that we're going to put the beach communication board on in there. And I think you were looking around the Saunders Hut area in Pembrokeshire.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of area we're looking for at the moment.
Yeah.
And so we're talking, and that's going to be done, and all sorts of. We had the councillors, and then it's all on. There's been put on the Dream Team Facebook what we did.
Yeah.
So if people are looking for things, if you look for. Type in the dream team and it will tell you a little bit about what sort of things we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a busy day last Friday
Yeah.
for us and all sorts. Yeah, and it's one of the big things that came out of the Dream Team, and you when you were involved with it before it was at the start.
Yeah.
We were asked for certain things for the town and stuff. That's how that came about.
Yeah.
So now it's being all put together. And eventually I think they're talking about doing a video, but I think that may be later on. So a video all about the Dream Team putting the communication board together.
Yeah.
But that'll be I think later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I've got for me.
So our next segment
really is Sam. I think you've done a few.
Yeah.
Tell us why this month is special.
Well,
this month.
Yeah, you got the whole month of it. It's beginning. We're on the 6th now. But I'm trying to beginning of October until end October. You got the full month of Down Syndrome Awareness Month. So.
Are you doing the podcast?
Yeah, we'll keep going.
Cool, okay. I thought you would just be on the chat. Fine, we'll just carry on.
I'm guessing we're still recording. No?
Yeah, it was recording the whole time. I didn't know you were going to keep doing the podcast then.
No.
It's fine. I'll listen back to it and then we can keep it in. I found a pair of headphones. They were on Mal's desk, but I found them straight away, so I went for a poo.
Yeah.
Well, we can cut that bit out.
No, we're leaving it all in. Yeah. So tell us why Down Syndrome.
Hang on, give me a second.
Relax, James. Let's get back to why it is October special for Down Syndrome Awareness.
I think it's special to everyone with Downs, and also people with Downs can achieve so much and stuff. They space like all over. Cause I'm following like a couple of people with Downs on TikTok, and they are celebrating it. They celebrating Downs as well in that area as well.
But what is special about October?
October is the whole month of Down Syndrome Awareness Month. So, with people with Downs.
So people who with Down syndrome make sure that people like James and I are aware of people like yourself with Down syndrome, and tell people a little bit about it, and talk to people about it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes with myself, I know I got Downs myself, but I just feel normal about it. Because the much I have achieved so much, like this year and last year. Because I didn't. Well, when I was born, they didn't tell me if I can achieve any goals and stuff like that when I was born. Because that's what the doctor said to my mum. But I won't achieve anything. But I have achieved so much. I have. But I can do whatever I want.
I think, James, from both of our point of view and the producer's point of view, is that we can see that you have achieved so much.
Yeah.
And that's you should be very proud of what you do. All right.
You are a board member of Carmarthenshire. You are the vice chair of Wales, or Wales People's First National Council. that is very highest level you can prove to people. People with Down syndrome can do all these things.
Yes, they can. I'm just very proud with myself and the things I'm doing. And also I'm still learning as well.
Yeah.
And also, is it next week or is it... No, yeah, the week after I'm off to Cardiff with Always People First. And I will
what is
be...
this for then?
We've got the AGM we have for
the yeah.
for Always People.
Is there any dates this month?
Not for this month. And this month is a full month of Down syndrome awareness month, because most people like in different areas they can like celebrate it as well. Because I'm following someone on TikTok because he's celebrating Down syndrome. He is where he's living.
Where does he live?
Chicago.
Wow, that's not in this country.
That's the US, isn't it?
That is the US of A. What state is Chicago in?
Illinois. Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago.
Yeah.
That's what they sound like.
So it's basically, you're saying it's World Down
world,
Syndrome
yes,
Month.
yeah.
The whole world is Down syndrome this month.
Yeah.
The whole world.
Yeah. And so, but this today, and we'll add them on to the podcast.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Down syndrome?
Before we
get to that?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Down syndrome?
Down syndrome is the coolest thing to have. But I am the best of everything. I measure I achieved so much this year and last year and the year before that. But I'm still achieving now.
What do you think people should know about Down syndrome?
They need to know how much you can achieve with Downs. And people like myself, they need to go out there and achieve what they can do. This morning I done 2 interviews with... One lives in Bracken and the other one lives in New Zealand.
Wow, exotic.
He's the interviews.
Oh, I didn't expect that. Right.
My name is Caroline Quick and I am from Christchurch, New Zealand. Originally from England. So I've been living in New Zealand over 15 years now.
How did you find out if you had Downs?
When my mum had me, they didn't know that I had Down syndrome. Back in those days, they didn't have any of those modern technologies to find out if I did have Down syndrome or not. My mum and dad found out from the doctor. When it was time for me to find out that I got Down syndrome, is when I got a little bit older enough for me to understand. And so when I got a little bit older, my mum sat me down and said, you are Caroline, who happens to have Down syndrome. And at that time, I didn't really understand what was Down syndrome. So my mum had to explain what Down syndrome is to me. And at that time, I was delayed a little bit in my speech. So I got taught the American-style Makaton sign language.
Yeah.
And I was delayed a little bit in walking as well. I think it was the age between 3 and 4, maybe 5. That's where I started to walk a little bit. But when I first started walking, my family got really excited to see me walking. And when I first started to talk, my family couldn't shut me up. Yeah, I've done really well with growing up sort of thing on that side of things. And so at that time, my mum got me moving on my arms and my legs and everything, for me to start to build strength in my legs and my arms, for me to be able to walk and move my arms and stuff like that. So it was a bit of a challenge, but we got there eventually.
Well, the next question I'm going to ask, are you involved with New Zealand People First?
Yes, I am a member of People First. When I first got involved with New Zealand People First, we have we've got quite a few People First throughout New Zealand. The one that I'm in is the Mid-South People First. In the past, I used to be the president of the Mid-South.
Oh my God.
Then I became secretary of People First, like in my area sort of thing. I used to write up the minutes and do the agenda for the meetings, which was kind of cool as well. But unfortunately, I had to step back because at that time my mental health was not good. I got diagnosed with chronic depression around that time. So at that time, I had to focus on myself and try and get myself out of that depression mode sort of thing. But eventually I went back like just to attend meetings sort of thing. Like we have like once a month. But then at that time again, I found it a little bit too much because again, my health wasn't that good. And so I haven't been back since because of my health, and I've also had we've had a few problems like my side of things because my flatmate unfortunately passed away 3 years ago, and so I was basically grieving a lot. And also at that time, I had quite a few flatmates that treated me. They just took advantage of my pure nature. That was the main reasons why I've stepped back in People First. But while I was with People First, I did attend national meetings in Wellington.
Okay. Yeah.
And I did a lot of public speaking nationally and internationally as well.
Wow.
I did go to a conference in Australia.
Okay. Yeah.
Which was really cool as well. So we did like different presentations and workshops that we did. So we were basically sharing with other people on what we do in New Zealand, sort of thing. I used to help with enabling good lives in Christchurch as well, and so I used to be part of that. That's basically trying to change the systems in New Zealand to make them more accessible within New Zealand and make things better for people around our community and other communities as well.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I did enjoy it, yeah.
Right, another question I'm going to ask. Are you involved with any groups in New Zealand?
I've been involved with the New Zealand Down Syndrome Association. So basically that's to do with training, and did workshops with, we now call them fun shops. We travel. We also used to have guests as well from different parts of about your rights. So we've had human rights come into it, and health and disability services and stuff like that, and basically telling us of what they do, and do some workshops as well with us, and do some activities around that sort of thing. We also done health and disability code of rights, of what is expected from us and what we expected from other people in New Zealand as well. We also so I used to attend quite a lot of the meetings. Like we travel. So I've done nationally within New Zealand. We've also done internationally as well. And so that's when my public speaking came in hand. I have spoken to at least over 2,000 people.
Wow.
And to get our message across. And so that was pretty cool. So we used to get together, make up a presentation that we are meant to deliver, and that's what we did. So we made up a group called Strive. That's our group name.
Okay, good.
I was involved in them for 10 years. So I got a certificate to acknowledge me for being with them for 10 years as a member and that sort of thing. I also had a phone call one night, and I was at my parents at that time, to say that I got an award. You get so many awards for different categories. I got an award, and I basically swore when I found out.
Oh my God.
And so I went to Wellington, and I actually met the New Zealand governor.
Wow.
Which was an awesome opportunity. At that time, my parents, my sister was in Hawaii.
Oh my God.
So I asked my grandmother if she would come, and she did come. And I had to come up with a speech as well, of course. So I basically acknowledged my family and my grandmother. But when I did my speech, I made my grandmother cry.
Oh, bless.
Because I spoke very highly of her, sort of thing. So with me having Down syndrome and all the things that I have done over here, as well as England, I have achieved a lot in my life, and I'm really thankful for that.
Well, another question, but I have got number 7. I'm going to ask in a minute. But what is the future for you?
My future is that hopefully I'm going to study for me to become a nurse, maybe a doctor one day. But with me doing that, I have to do some courses that I need to do for me to reach to my goal. The other thing that I've always dreamt of was me being a wife with a husband. I don't know who. I need to find that too. Yeah, I just want to settle down with a nice guy in my life and be a really good wife to that person who I don't know who that may be with yet. Have a nice big house and with a swimming pool, and maybe, if I'm lucky, maybe a spa pool.
That'd be really
as
lovely.
well.
Yeah.
And I would like to be rich one day.
That would be me as well if I can get it.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see what my future brings.
Well, let's wait and see then. There is another question. There is another question I would like to know. What's the difference between New Zealand and Great Britain?
So, Great Britain. Wow, where can I start? The bit that I used to live in, it's a bit rough around that particular area. There's a lot of pubs, and my parents didn't want me and my sister to grow up in that. They didn't want us to grow up in that kind of area than we do now.
Oh my God.
We decided to move to New Zealand because they wanted us to have a better life and make new friends. Although it was all new to us, yes, okay, it was upsetting to leave our family and friends behind. But although I had better education over in England, I've also had education over here, because in England I didn't really understand about pounds. But since we've been living over here, I can understand dollars a lot better. But when we first moved over here, it was different for us, different times. Although it's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
I don't miss the country, but I do miss my family and friends. And that's, yeah, like I said, I got family and friends that lives in England. And I've got an uncle who lives in Wales. Big shout out to him as well. So, yeah. But over here, my life is pretty good.
Well, that is amazing. That's the main thing. That's that's what you like and that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Now we're in October. Do you mean what that means to you?
So there's two things that is awareness. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month,
Yeah.
as well as Down syndrome awareness. But with the Breast Cancer Awareness Month is extra special to me.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother got diagnosed with breast cancer a couple of years ago, and she has fought it, and she is fine.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, she's got stage 4 lung cancer now. So,
oh, bless.
Unfortunately, and that was done because of her breast cancer. But yeah, my grandmother's doing amazing. The other is it's Down syndrome awareness month.
Yeah.
Back in England, after school once, I came home. I was really upset, and I said to my mum, "I wish I was normal. I wish I was normal, like my other friends are." So my mum taught me, always remember is that you are Caroline. Let the Down syndrome go second, and that's how I've done it all these years. And look at all the things that I've done over there and over here. I have achieved so much in my life. I did have boyfriends back in the day and exes. Yeah, okay, some of them ended up custard.
Oh.
But some of them were successful, but that also turned to custard as well. But I'm single now, and I'm loving it.
Best way for you.
And I'm also flatting. I'm now living on my own in a house. I go on buses independently. I can do things independently for myself. I do a lot of cooking for myself. And yeah, okay, I have support. I have support twice a week. I also have support every day to help me in the shower, sort of thing. And I have counselling for my mental health, and I'm getting a lot better. Thinking positive about myself, and yeah, I'm feeling really good about myself.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, and we'll keep you updated on Spotify, and as well send you the link and everything as well for it.
Thank you. It's been an honour to be asked.
That's okay, and thank you for coming.
My name is Rebecca. I used to be a rep for Powys People First, and now I'm standing down. I'm from Irwood in Mid Wales. I found out on Down syndrome when I was looking on the internet.
How did you find out on the internet about Downs?
I was looking at it up on the laptop, and I said, oh. And then I said, wow, I didn't know I was diagnosed as Down syndrome. I didn't know it's special for me because I got extra chromosome, and that comes really special.
What else do you know about it?
Sometimes I didn't know, but I got the diagnosis from it. I think it might be from the doctor's nose. I know, it's strange being Down syndrome. I'm okay with it. Sometimes I've been ups and downs usually when I had Downs, but now I feel happy now with the extra chromosome. Made me feel special.
How special are you?
Sometimes I get special need for it, and special needs with extra chromosome. The extra chromosome is right into me. I said, oh, I didn't know I was diagnosed with it. I gave birth to somebody else's mum. Not my. I'm living with my stepmum. Yeah, I live with my stepmom and my real father. That's it. I had the hole in my heart. That's it.
Yeah, because I got one myself. I got a hole in my heart when I was born with it.
I had the hole in my heart when I was a baby.
Yeah, because I was the same as well. Look.
Yeah. I wasn't born in London hospital. I wasn't. I born in a different hospital.
Oh right, okay. Because I was born up in
I born.
Shrewsbury. I was. So.
I born St David's Hospital in Cardiff.
Well, that's a long way. Yeah.
Sometimes I got hearing difficulties and learning disabilities. That's what I got.
Yeah, most people will have it.
Yeah, no. I'm deaf in one ear and not in the other one at all.
I think I'm the same because I get like. I'm trying to work how to explain it. Because I think most dance will have it.
Yeah, I've been learning about it with House Alive. We talked about it from there as well.
But another question I'm going to ask: what is your favourite? Oh, hang on, wrong one. When did you first start in Special Olympics?
I started training as a gymnast. I started training as a gymnastic when I was age of 15.
Wow.
Yeah, a young age.
Is that one of your favourites, or is it other favourites you got?
It used to be gymnastics. And then the other thing as well after that. I started training in gymnastics at age of 15. Then I left school when I was 16. I left school.
It was a while
Well,
then when you started that, no?
yes, it was, yeah. And,
And what's your plan for the future? And what you're going to do as your goals? So.
I got the volunteer job working in animal care farm. I volunteer at. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Having fun with my PAs. Having fun means I'm having fun with my PAs. That PA stands for personal assistant.
Yeah, I got one myself as well. If you want to go out somewhere, you can just ask them where to go for.
Exactly. And there's another one I am working towards for my next performance
Oh, when's
with
that?
my drama group. May 1st, 2024.
Oh, that's next year then, no?
Yes, it will be.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, enjoying it so far. It's really good. Yeah, I'm sitting solo on my own in front of people.
Oh my God.
It's embarrassing.
You'll be fine. You just need to get out there and achieve more things you can do.
Exactly. I know Down syndrome is hard for me to concentrate and work, new sleep, and what else? It's hard to concentrate. Sometimes I get um, sometimes I get upset and stressed new sleep, but I'm okay now. I achieve a lot in my hobbies.
Thank you for coming on for today, Rebecca. And hopefully this will.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on to having a chat with you about Downs. So,
You're welcome.
well, we had great interviews and it went really well, and I really enjoyed listening to them both stories. So,
Cool. Are we going to move on to the next segment now?
then we're going to move on to the next
Yeah.
bit.
Which is...
What is
The media.
Yeah, well done, James. 10 points.
Yeah.
So have you got anything that we can...
Yeah.
What have you been watching, playing, reading, listening to?
Yeah. Well, I watched last week, that I haven't watched for a long time, was Johnny English. Which one? Which is the first one.
Okay.
The one with the Robbie Williams song in it, Man for All Seasons. Yeah. And then...
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Because,
It's like a comedy version of James Bond, really.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Rowan
Rowan
Atkinson, yeah.
Then...
have you seen the second one as well, then?
Yes.
Yeah, but which one do you like? You prefer the first one?
Is there a third one?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I think there was.
Is there one called Strikes Again?
Yeah.
Yes,
And there's one called Reborn as well.
Reborn's too.
Yeah, he gets.
I've seen them all. Look.
He gets birthed a second time.
But I don't like the second one because it wasn't really funny.
Yeah.
It was more serious.
Yeah.
And I don't think the producers thought it was successful, the second one, because the third one is just as funny as the first one. Yeah. Yeah, and I have seen 2 films in the Torch Theatre.
What were they?
So I saw Strays.
That movie looks awful.
That's
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say about it?
Which are about dogs.
Yeah, it's like a talking dog movie. I felt like I'd been time traveled back 10 years. Those were like everywhere 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then they kind of died out, but I was shocked when I saw the trailer for that movie.
And then then this dog thinks he's got a really good owner that takes him everywhere, and he thinks he's got to get the ball and he's got to show his owner he knows where he lives. And the owner keeps going, oh my God, no. Eventually he takes him like on a 3-hour journey and dumps him in the middle of Los Angeles.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's
then
not somewhere you
and
would
then
be.
he meets loads of other dogs, and they said that he tried to get rid of you, mate. He said, oh, me and my owner played this game that...
Alright, yeah, you don't need to give us a play-by-play. What did you think of the movie?
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
And then I saw a film a Sunday just gone called The Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. No, 3. I mean.
They've somehow made 3 of them.
Yeah, and it was entertaining and it was funny.
Was it bigger and fatter than the second one?
I haven't seen the first 2.
Oh, okay, so you can't judge the big fatness of this wedding.
No.
I've seen the first 2.
There wasn't
How big and fat were the weddings?
There wasn't really anyone big in it.
No, the people aren't big and fat, James. The wedding is big and fat.
Yeah.
Come on, keep up.
With the first one that she
it was quite nice. It had a yard with fountains that weren't working anymore, that worked years ago. And then they move a stone and all the water drains back down after years, and the fountains are working for this wedding that's happening. And I think
This sounds really entertaining.
I
They moved
think,
a rock.
I think that's given me inspiration if I ever get married.
Is that ever going to happen?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh my gosh.
loads of Greek people come together basically
Move back a bit, James.
because their father has died, and a couple have just taken an interest. They're a married couple basically, but they are cousins.
What? What?
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, you can't marry your cousin.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Is that what the plot of the movie is?
Yeah. And
That's strange.
But the main plot of the movie is all these kids and their mother
Look really weird.
The family, the father has died, and he's left a journal that he wrote down about all his adventures in America. So, and there's this pot with ashes in it, and the mother says, your father spoke to me, and he said that you're going to take the journal back to Greece, to the little village where he was born. And they went, yeah. And they said, how did you know that? And they said, your father spoke to me.
Well, like as a ghost.
Yeah. Then
did they show this in the movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
They didn't show the ghosts, no.
That would be pretty cool.
Then they went and flew to Greece. Then they went to the village.
You must take my diary back to the Greek village and get married to your cousin.
Then there was hardly anybody in the village. And they say, oh, where was my this one woman turns up that looks grumpy. And apparently she was the first wife of their father before the woman he was with now. And
does anything else interesting happen, or is it?
Yeah, that and in the end, she tells them the truth that she's actually partly half of their mother, because she had two sons with their father before he went to America.
So they find out they're cousins at the end?
Yeah.
Right. So they don't know that they're cousins when they're going to get married.
Yeah.
No.
So you've explained it a bit wrongly, but they got married before
I think
they
the
found
movie
out.
James described is more entertaining, though.
Yeah,
a movie
that's
about
right.
two cousins trying to get married and everyone's trying to stop them. That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
And there's a ghost at some point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
What did you think of the movie? Out of 10. Give it a 10 out of 10.
A 7.
7? Okay. What about the other one?
A 10.
Oh, you like
Straight.
it?
Yeah.
I
think you would have enjoyed looking at a picture of a dog for 90 minutes about this match.
I've been watching. Have you heard of a TV program called Dogs Behaving Very, Very, Very Badly?
No.
No. It's that's what I've been watching. They do things really, really badly with the owners, and they bark at dogs and all sorts of things and other dogs, and then they get somebody in to they get a trainer to come in and do to help them with everything they're doing, and I think eventually he gets them to
Yeah.
sit, stay, don't do this.
Yeah.
And
Can I work on James? So?
Yeah.
Let's call him up. He didn't pick up because I didn't call him on a real phone. I made that noise myself.
And there was all sorts of things. But there was one episode, one dog that had its own car, as the same as the owner, and I was thinking, what?
What the heck? Dog in a car? Was it like a small car?
Yeah, small car.
Could it drive the car?
Remote control.
Was the dog
car.
driving the car?
No,
the owner was driving. Okay,
control.
Would have been cooler if the dog drove the car and crashed into someone.
It was remote controlled anyway, but
Yeah.
and I was thinking,
That dog has no idea what's going on.
why?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It was more like the owner wanted the dog to be like her.
Do you know what I hate? This is my opinion. Producer opinion time. not supposed to give my opinions, but I'm going to give my opinion. People who dress up their dogs in little silly little costumes, I think it's the worst. Stop putting clothes on that dog. They've got fur. They don't need clothes. Get them out of there.
Yeah, I think I'll have another program for that. So there's a few programs with dogs. So.
Yeah, people like dogs, so they make a lot of shows about dogs. Like,
yeah, because they look like their owners.
Like Polo Grady dogs, but they can't make that anymore. And I can't think of any more.
You could do the same with cats as well, but...
What did you think of dog program? Give it a rating out of 10.
I'd say 7, I think.
7, okay.
Yeah.
So, Sam, what have you been watching? You're always watching something on Netflix or Amazon Prime or YouTube or whatever.
Well, mostly I've been watching YouTube most of the time, but if I'm not doing anything, I can watch like YouTube in the evenings. But last night, I was like watching YouTube last night because Riley was out and about. I can do my own stuff.
What were you watching?
The one I was watching last night, because she's one of my favourites to watch. I'm watching Gemma Louise Miller because she's one of my favourites to watch on YouTube. And also she's on a couple like Instagram and stuff herself. She's
got Down syndrome, is she?
No, she hasn't. She's different completely. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's not human. She's an alien from the planet Zebo.
You are an alien, you don't be.
I wish I was an alien. I'd love a little alien spaceship.
And what was she doing last night then?
Well, last night, the one I was watching last night is about her. Well, she does like a day in the life and stuff. Because that's what I do sometimes with my videos.
You do your little podcasts.
Yeah.
You do more podcasts than you do videos. Your little podcasts, day in my life.
Yeah, it's like now I got my own broadcasts. I didn't do one this morning because I did one the other morning. I did, but I'm gonna do one tonight because I didn't do one last night. But I'm gonna do it tonight. That's what I'm gonna do tonight.
Is there anything you're gonna be watching, like any real TV on Netflix and stuff?
I might watch something, but I might watch YouTube again.
What have you got on your list? You got a list, haven't you?
I've got a couple of things I'm gonna watch. I got Stranger Things to watch again before next year.
What about something new?
I am watching a couple, like, most of it's about fashions, because I'm into my fashion films myself.
Have you seen have you seen the film Bridesmaids?
Yes, I watched that a few times.
Yeah, that and The Devil Wears Prada. That's another one.
Yeah, I like that. My mum likes that one as well. There's a few films I've been watching. There's one called Fabulous. Then there's another one as well. Can't remember what it's called, but I am gonna start. Is it a series? I am gonna watch something. Can't remember what it's called.
What's it about?
Can't remember now, but it'll come to me in a minute. But there is one I'm going to watch, but I don't know if it's a series or not. Is it One Piece?
One Piece, da 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 da. That's my favourite. Not the Netflix one, the real one. I love One Piece.
That's next on my list to watch, but there's loads of...
It's a show on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
It's not a movie, it's a TV show.
It's on Netflix. I haven't got around to watch it yet, but I've been like watching other things as well on my Netflix.
I think you'll enjoy it. It's about pirates, but they're not like regular. They're like super pirates.
Yeah.
Is it Gen V? Is it
Gen V?
Yeah.
Have you watched that?
No,
that doesn't seem like something you'd enjoy.
I haven't seen that. I've just seen it come up.
You've seen the ads for it, have you?
Yeah.
It's a spin-off of the show The Boys. Do you know the show The Boys?
Yeah.
Do you know The Boys, Sam?
I'm not sure.
You should watch The Boys. I think you'd like The Boys, Sam. The Boys is like it's sort of like a superhero thing, but it goes off in a pretty weird direction. I like it a lot, but I won't say much about it if people haven't seen it because I think it's worth going in knowing nothing. It's on Amazon Prime. But Gen V is a spin-off of The Boys. It's about like superheroes in school.
Yeah, they were. That's what they look.
I haven't watched it. I don't really care about it.
Yeah, but there's certain films coming up which can talk about in later podcasts because it's closer to the things that are coming up, really.
Anything else?
No, not from my point of view. What about you, James?
I think we need to say to our listeners before we go.
We're not going. We've
We're
still
not
got more to
going
talk about.
anywhere.
Going
We've got
anyway,
quick-
yeah.
we've got-
I'm talking about just the media stuff. We still got to talk about your rugby.
Yeah.
We're going to end off with that. Get away from the mic. You keep going into the
What?
mic like this, and
What?
it sounds horrible.
We'll talk about the rugby now.
We'll talk. I mean, yeah, fine. I don't think there's anything else to talk about media related, is there?
I can't think of anything of media. So.
Well, recently, about three or 4 weeks ago, I played rugby for the Pembrokeshire Vikings
Against the Llanelli Warriors.
against Llanelli Warriors.
It's a good name, isn't it? Llanelli Warriors.
Yeah, and then it was the first time I played full contact.
hmm
And
What happened?
And well, some people landed on top of me.
Were they scary? Were the Llanelli Warriors scary?
There was a couple of big guys in the team. There was quite a lot like me, really, tall and thin.
Lanky.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah. But the team were proud of me because I did 3 really good tackles.
You clobbered him, did you?
And they said I tackled like if I'd been playing rugby for 5 years.
You have to tackle properly, don't you? You've got to learn the correct form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like safe ways to tackle people and unsafe ways.
Like one guy, like we've been learning to go straight at somebody in training. And when I went and did my first tackle, I did exactly that. No problems at all. Later on, this other guy tried to come past me, and I grabbed him at the front, and he managed to try and swerve me off.
Were you swinging around?
And he was trying to run towards the try line with me holding
Oh
him.
my god.
And then his leg went up high because he was trying harder, and I thought, I've got to grab the leg, and then he can't go that far, can he? And then he fell to the floor.
You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not allowed to tip tackle, are you?
Yeah, you're
Can't
not.
pick-
No,
you can't
I
pick
know.
people up.
I know. Yeah.
No, I
you're
didn't
not,
pick him
no.
up. But I thought, if I quickly go for the leg, he's not going to go far on one leg, is he?
I'll rip his leg off.
And but I managed to push him down to the ground and get the ball back. But then I thought, in the future, we were right on the side of the touchline, so I could have just thrown him into touch.
Tackle him into touch, yeah.
Yeah. So have you been watching the Rugby World Cup?
Yeah,
then?
I have been watching the rugby.
What's
World.
happening? I haven't been paying attention.
Wales have not lost a single game yet.
Are they playing well, or are they just getting lucky, do you
Oh,
feel?
they played well against
Australia.
Australia. didn't
Who would
they?
have guessed? They got Warren Gatland back and they immediately start playing better.
Yeah, that's what people are saying.
I know, because he's good. He's a good. What is he? The coach?
And it-
Yeah, the head coach.
Head coach. Yeah. You're right, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam's got COVID.
And there is one more game for Wales, which I think Wales are going to win all the games and win the whole group now.
sure.
Do you? I don't think so. Sounds like New Zealand have got their mojo back a bit.
Yeah.
Well, they're in a
I
different
think
group.
Wales are.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to play them eventually.
But
if
it's
they can-
saying if we get through, we may be playing Argentina in the semi-final. In the
Because I remember,
quarterfinal.
like 5 years ago, maybe Wales were like one of the best teams.
Yeah,
They were pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Like they were obviously like New Zealand are crazy. But Sam, you okay?
You right,
Yeah,
Sam?
I'm fine.
What happened?
I'm
She-
just coughing.
You
She's
swallowed a fly.
she's dying.
No,
Say
no,
that.
not Sam. Well, at least we'll get it on recording. You don't want to miss out on a chance like that.
Well, I was going to say Wales are playing against France. So
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they're playing against Georgia tomorrow.
yeah, Georgia tomorrow.
Yeah.
When have they already played France?
No,
No.
France are in the same group as New Zealand, and it
And
looks like
France beat
because
them right at the beginning.
yeah,
Did Wales come first or second in that group?
Wales
They're
are,
first.
if they win tomorrow, they'll probably be top of the group.
Yeah,
And if they don't win,
and if Fiji win,
they'll finish second.
and if
So-
Fiji win, it's gonna make history for Australian rugby because they've always got out of the group stages.
Oh, the group stages
Into
aren't
the
fully
quarter.
over yet, are they?
No,
No.
that's the last
But-
games this week.
But Australia can't get the points.
Because they've finished all their games.
Well, Australia are second, but Fiji have to win their game over Portugal to get into second. Yeah.
I would
so
disagree with you there, James. Because,
Debate.
Yeah, because Fiji beat Australia.
Yeah.
They are ahead of Australia because of that, and they are always the team that beat Australia. Fiji are second because of that.
Yeah.
And because Australia have had their 4 games,
Yeah.
they can't qualify.
No.
So it means that if what happens now is if it's basically simple thing, if Wales beat Wales beat Georgia,
And Fiji beat
they'll
Portugal.
finish top of the group.
Yeah.
If Fiji beat Portugal,
Yeah.
they'll finish their second anyway.
Yeah.
But if Wales don't beat Georgia, they'll finish second, and Fiji will finish top. So
Yeah.
it's like that, and it depends on the bonus points then,
Yeah.
and it's all sort of things like
Yeah.
like that. So and then with the France group,
Yeah.
which is the
Yeah.
Group A, France are going to finish the top of the group. New Zealand are going to finish second. England are finished top in Group B. That's England.
Yeah.
Have got England, Australia, England, Argentina, and Japan, and those are the 3 that could go through.
Yeah.
England have got through.
Yeah.
Argentina is now the game that Wales are worrying about from that group is Argentina versus Japan.
Yeah.
Whoever wins that will play Wales in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
That's what it looked.
Very interesting.
Sorry about that.
No, that'll be interesting to some people, just not to me. I don't like sports.
Yeah.
No, I want to at least know what's going on.
But from the Rugby World Cup, I've been looking at how teams are
We do need to
playing
wrap up soon.
and learning from my own.
Yeah. So
Tactics.
we'll get back to the Pembrokeshire Vikings. You said
Yeah.
you've got a game on this weekend.
We got a game this
Who you
Sunday.
playing?
Port Talbot Panthers.
Whack 'em.
Yeah.
No injury, please.
We don't like the Port Talbot Panthers on this podcast. Grrr. No, we do. We like them all.
When I lost, we won in our last game, but Sam told me off when she realised I had a big bruise on my shoulder.
Well, he's gonna get bruises. He's playing rugby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, what? I don't want that injury until we go somewhere on a date night or anything like that.
That's being cut out.
Oh, Sam. Yeah, you're not supposed to
mention anything like that, Sam. Bad. Get the spray bottle.
I don't want him to get injured in case we are on a date.
I do. I want him to get clobbered. It would be really funny.
Have a good. I hope you enjoy the game.
Yes, I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and
We will.
Tell us how it went.
Yeah,
tell us on the next
on the
episode.
next podcast.
Tell us
How many
in the
games
next
do you have
episode.
between now and the next podcast?
There's
One or two.
There are 2 games.
yeah. So
This weekend and the
You'll
following weekend.
have some escapades to tell us about, though.
yeah.
Alright, so this weekend.
Yeah.
And
Panthers.
next weekend. So yeah, weekend it'd be after
Cool.
that. The next podcast would be 2 games played by then.
Wow. Are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Sam, do you want to sign off the show?
It's a goodbye from Sam Hall.
Goodbye from me, James Tyler.
Goodbye from me, James Dash.
Goodbye from me, the producer.
Yeah. And we will see you in... Oh, one more thing. Right. If you have been listening to this podcast today, please tell your friends and family about it.
Yes.
You can find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
And YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah. And if you have any ideas what could be added to this show, please let us know on our social media.
Leave a comment down below. I don't know. You can leave comments on Spotify now, I think. But definitely on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening this far in.
And we look forward to talking to you in the next podcast, and keep listening. Thank you.